And there we are. Hopefully we're good. All right, there we go. All right, hey everybody, Preparedness One here. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you guys have had a good day. It has been an insanely crazy busy day here today at the homestead. But good times, good times. Very productive, very productive. So before we jump into this video, I just want to remind everybody that this is a very family friendly oriented channel. I would ask you all to please be decent in the chat. No racism, no nastiness. And I'm just thinking here, too, guys. Yeah, okay, I'll tell you that in a little bit. Um, I don't have my folder. I don't have my folder with me. I left that down in West Virginia. I was just looking. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, I know it's in West Virginia. So, anyway, um, So before we jump into this, I just want to remind everybody, family-friendly oriented channel. Please be decent in the chat. No racism, no nastiness. Let's just have a good conversation, and we will go from there. Okay, like I said. And if you can't follow those very easy situations or directions, if I could think, my brain's not catching up with me yet. Those awesome people that lit up in blue will boot you out of here. So let's, like I said, just be respectful and we can have a good chat and we can go from there. So I get some very interesting things I do want to talk about in this, but if now I screwed up today, just I mean it was this kind of day. Okay, uh, put on my phone. My phone is on. Actually, I got to kill my volume. So hold on. That I have not done. All right. Volume is now killed though. So, uh, so Joe from St. Bernard Acres was up today with a friend of his, um, and he was. We had talked before, and he was, wanting to buy my old batteries that I had, my Trojan L16E batteries, and so take a picture of your list on your phone. Well, it's not going to help right now because I don't have my thing with me. So I did not take a picture yet, though. I should probably do that so that I have it all the time. Yes. So when I go back, we'll wing it tonight when we get to that point, and we'll go from there. So, but yeah, so Joe was up today, and his buddy was looking to set up his solar system, and so I ended up selling my old batteries, my old Ames inverter, and I had two Midnight Classic 150s inverters. Or no, the charge controllers, two charge controllers, and the inverter is the Ames inverter. So I sold them all of that, and so they were happy. He was real happy about that, and so that was cool. I'm glad somebody else is going to be able to use that system. It worked really well for me, and we just, we were upgrading, and so we changed everything out. But no, it's like now Joe and I have. I got to tell you this. So Joe and I have been talking back and forth. Probably at least 7 years, and we had never met each other up to this point. So, you know, and Ed saw my rock that I gave you in your greenhouse video today. Oh yeah, yep, yeah, it's there. Yep, that's cool. But anyway, so Joe was here. Joe is actually going to be down to the West Virginia property next month when we do our get together. He's going to stop in there and see that property too. So he was like, "Oh my God! After 7 years, I'm finally getting to see this place." So that was pretty cool. But it was nice to finally meet him, and his friend was very nice too. His friend's name was Gary, and so it was nice to have them stop in. Of course, we're right in the middle of our project that we're working on here, and so we worked on that today. And then I probably told you guys, and we're going to get into the topic here in just a minute. I got a lot that I want to go over with this topic, and so there's a lot that ties in. So it's like it's not just one thing; it's accumulation of many things. But so anyway, we got the entire upper area of the greenhouse done, So literally the rest of it I could do by myself, and it would be safe. With what we did today, it was the hard, high work that we got done. So I went out today afterwards and I picked up another gallon of paint so I can paint the rest of those boards, get them done. So I'm going to try to get some of them painted tomorrow. And hopefully, if I can, give them a chance to dry, flip them, and then paint the other side. And then hopefully on Friday, I can put some more of those up. We're going to have to see. I don't know how that's going to work out. We're just going to go by whatever am not able to get done now. I'll just do, the next time that I'm up. So, but it's definitely much, much better. It was good. Yeah, it was good weather today for doing that. And then we did the rain this afternoon. All right. So we're going to talk about several things. Okay. Yeah. Did you hear the diesel fuel is only about 3 weeks? And this is one of the things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a perfect storm. Okay. Let's talk about a perfect storm of several things coming together right around the same time. Right around the same time. And one of them is the diesel situation. And I was going to be bringing this up in this talk. Unless they amp up production of diesel, they basically say there's about a 3 week or 23-day supply of diesel left. Now, what happens if there's a shortage of diesel? It also means that we will not be able to have as many goods transported across the country at that time. So correlating right in with that, right in the same time frame. So here we are. Today is well. Let's figure that out. Let's just do this real quick so that we can look at this and say it correctly. So let's see. So 5 days left of this month, and then if we went, oh, that's perfect. 18th, which would be 23 days, right? So what happens? So now, let's say 18th of November, shortage of diesel. We're not able to ship goods. What happens the 19th of November, right? Does anybody remember that little thing that's happening called a railroad strike that they're really looking like they possibly will be striking as of the 19th of November? So not only would the railroads not be shipping stuff out, which they do 40% of all the freight altogether, you would have the trucks would not be moving because of a diesel shortage or greatly reduced because of a diesel shortage to bring goods as well. Really, really not good timing for that. So we're going to get into that a little bit more. So what are we at? 398 in the chat, guys. We're at 113 on the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. And I thank you ahead of time for that. That is appreciated. Also, it really makes a big difference with the algorithms. So the more interaction that we have, the better it goes in the rankings for YouTube. So I do appreciate it for that reason as well. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. All right, so there's another thing going on. Let's talk about that one. It's coming up here just a couple of days. An election, right? And depending on who does what with this election, if a certain party does better than the other party, they have a tendency to throw temper tantrums, right? We've seen that before. 4 years of temper tantrums with the last presidency. If they lose the House and they lose the Senate, this particular party, you may see rioting going on again in the streets. You may see uprisings. There may be accusations, and I'm not saying that there's going to be. I'm saying there's a possibility of accusations of fraudulent election results. There's a whole slew of stuff that could be happening just based on that situation alone. And so that is something that could play into it as well. So you have, there will be accusations. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I'm not saying, see, I can't come on here and say, this is what's going to happen, because obviously I don't know. I can speculate and I can say, wouldn't surprise me if something happened. Let's just put it like that. So anyway, so you have that situation happening. If we have this railroad strike happening as of the 19th, if there is diesel shoot or diesel fuel shortages as of the 18th. Big problems. If they're not moving freight, guys, people are not getting food. They're not getting supplies that they need. It would be an absolute nightmare because you also have a large group of people in this country that receive benefits. Well, if they go to the store and those supplies are not there so that they can spend their benefits to get their food, they're going to flip a lid. If you guys remember, I saw a video this few years back, and a lady had gone into a convenience store, and the EBT cards were all down. I think this was in California, so the EBT cards were down. They were not able to use the EBT cards at that point, right? She flipped out. She was like throwing stuff in the store and throwing things all over the place and basically having a meltdown. So take that situation and exacerbate it with the fact that there would be no supplies going out to anywhere because of a railroad strike, and who knows how long that would last. And then the situation with the diesel. It is almost, and I'm not saying that this is the case, but it is almost like this is a planned type of thing. So now let's throw one more thing in there. So we got the diesel situation. We have the possibility of a railroad strike, right? You have the election coming in, and let's throw in the fourth thing. What is the fourth thing going on right now? Well, they're talking about a triple whammy coming. And the triple whammy is flu cases are on the rise, the virus cases are on the rise. You have also, there is a new thing going around with pediatrics with the kids. There's some kind of virus going around, a new type of sickness for them, a triple whammy. And what happens then, right? You throw that on top of everything else, that's a nightmare waiting to happen. Now, and then the possibility 1 second after says war. There's also that possibility of that as well. And I'm hoping that that doesn't happen. But if you have all these other things come together, a big catalyst, say towards the 19th, 20th, 21st of November, right around Thanksgiving, right? Because we got Thanksgiving coming up as well. Uh, it can be a scary time. It can be a very, very sick, scary time. And I'm not saying all these things are going to happen. That is not what I'm saying. The railroad companies could come to their senses and make a sensible agreement with the workers, and they could avoid a strike. But it almost seems that they want this to happen. Think about that. Why? Why would you want that to happen? Why would you want to see the absolute destruction of this country? And it's just it is not a good situation. Like I said, then again, you could throw the fifth thing in, which is a possibility of war. Scary times, scary times. A lot of crazy stuff happening, uh, you know, and so there's another thing happening, and they were talking about this, and it was another channel. I can't remember the name of the channel. I wish I could. I saw it today. Somebody made a comment, told me to go and check this out, and I did. And they were talking about the red flag laws, and they were saying that there has been in New York State, of course, right, a huge increase in these red flags laws being put into place, and they're going and they're confiscating people's what they have, and because somebody had made saying that this person is a threat or whatever the case may be. That's scary too. And in the recourse to be able, so how is it that you can be accused of something, not proven guilty of it, right? And they can come in and take all of your stuff, and then you have, as an individual, have to prove that you are not. It's just it's insane. It is absolutely insane to me. Uh, you know, and that's why I'll tell you what. I am glad that I spend very little time in New York. People say, well, what? I love it when people said, why West Virginia, Ed? Why West Virginia? And then I list off 4 or 5 things in a row of why West Virginia. And then they go, ah, well, that makes sense. And you can throw that law right in there with that as well, because that is another thing. that is, it is insanity. It is insanity. And it's just, nothing is changing. You know, you can be accused of something and you are judged in the court of public opinion. All right. Been there, done that, right? You guys know. Anybody who watches this channel knows. Um, Falsely charged with a charge happens all the time. And, then you got to deal with the ramifications of that. And when you are completely exonerated of that and they throw all the charges out, you're still all over the internet. I did a search the other day, just did a search on myself. And the first thing that comes up is that. And it's like, you got to be freaking kidding me. Nothing in there saying that it's all been thrown out, that it's all been dismissed, that it's all gone. None of that. Just the charge. And this is what he's accused of, and blah, 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 right? And my mugshot and all that kind of crap. And that, for me, people say, one of the reasons why I got out of New York, that was the final straw for me. That was the final straw. I just had enough. This nonsense in New York State and the ridiculous double standard, if you will, and the justification. I ran into that sergeant afterwards, and I talked to him. Ran into him at a motorcycle store. His son was getting a bike, and we talked briefly. And and he's like, well, and he's justifying why they did what they did, which is crap. um you know but anyway, that's all water under the bridge, that's all gone. But you can be accused of something and be completely innocent, and they spin it in a way that makes you look like you're a scumbag, or you're a bad person, and people are going to judge you based on that. And anybody, see, my thing is this: anybody that knows me, truly knows who I am, knows that that was crap. I ran into, I'll give you an example. I ran into the people that I used to take care of their father. Okay. Um, and one of the sons said to me, he pulled me, this was the last time I was up. We had stopped into their restaurant. They have a restaurant. And he pulled me aside. He said, Ed, I got to ask you a question. And I said, sure, what's up? He said, what happened with that? And I told him, and he goes, when that was all over the place and stuff like that, his mom, who I took care of her husband, she was like, I don't believe that. She goes, that's not Ed. That's not Ed, what anything Ed would be, that type of person to do something like that. She goes, I know that what they're saying is false. And so, people that truly know me knew that it was BS that I was charged with. And anybody else that cast a judgment on me and stuff like that, I could care less. I could care less, to be honest with you. So, but again, that's, it just gives you an example of what can be done to people. You can be accused of something, be completely innocent, and then you're judged on that event, and people think, oh my God, this person is this or this person is that. Well, like I said, if you don't know me and you want to judge me, knock yourself out, So, but if a dog did this to the son, he would be the same. Well, here's the thing, Michigan lifestyle. If that dog had gone and bit and attacked a child and killed a child, right? They would have said, well, why didn't you take care of this beforehand, right? So because I took care of it, I was the bad guy. But it doesn't really matter. I was 14 and called a whore. I was still a virgin. I learned at an early age that others thought didn't make a damn, but they were all happy to believe it. Oh, you know what, Gator 774? I'm sorry that you had to deal with that, especially at that age. But people can be very, very cruel. They can be very malicious. And the thing is, it's like my thing was this. I had, when that whole situation with me happened, I had a lot of people call me and say, what's going on? And when I explained to them what had happened, with a resounding, without a doubt, everybody was like, well, that's complete BS. You never should have been charged. You think, right? But it's just, that's our society today. And this is what happens. So these type of situations happen. But I do want to get back to what we're talking about here. I'm off the rails like always. What are we at? 588 in the chat, guys. We're at 223 on the thumbs up. Again, if you have not shot a thumbs up, I would ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. Also, again, it really makes a huge difference with the algorithms. So the more interactions, comments, thumbs up, it really, really helps. So thank you for that too, for that reason. Again, if you are not subscribed, I would ask you to please subscribe to the channel. You know, again, I do appreciate that. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. The other thing I was going to tell you, it's like when I see somebody accused of something, I'll ask them. If I know them, I'll ask them, what happened? You know, and if they can explain it and say, hey, this is what really happened, I go, I get it. So here's what I do now. I see the police blotter. You'll see it, right? You'll see them up there. People accused of this and accused of that and accused of the other thing. I take it with a grain of salt now. I go, I wonder what really went on, because what they'll do is they try to overcharge you with things. So they try to charge you with several things, so that way they can you know, get something to stick. Ed, having tattoos and a bald head, I was judged a lot too. I would help anybody. Oh, I'm going to tell you what. I ride a Harley. Anybody watches this channel knows I ride a Harley. You know, shaved head, tattoos, goatee, earrings. You know, I get judged all the time, and I could care less, because I'm the person. I would be the very first person to get off my bike and help anybody. But we live in a very judgmental society, unfortunately, and it's never going to change. So my thing is this: if you can't take the time to get to know me individually, because you're going to make a snap judgment like that because of the way I look, I don't want to know you anyway. You know, I don't want to know you anyway. So, but you know, it's just, again, I'm a big believer in treating people with respect, treating people with dignity, you know, treating people the way I want to be treated, until they prove to me that they don't deserve to be treated that way. And then you go, and then what I do, I just don't have anything to do with that person. Um, I would rather just let it go. I would just rather let it go, because it's a waste of time and energy. I don't have the time or the energy to waste on that kind of negativity. There's too many positive things that I want to do, that I want to get accomplished, that I want to take care of. You know, I have people that are counting on me, and so I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be there for them. And you know, that's just the way it is. And like I said, I'll respect anybody, but you know, respect is also earned. You know, you earn respect. You don't. You're just not. It's not an entitlement. So, but anyway, so, but, and again, and I will say this again. I've said this before, and I'm going to say this again. 619 people watching the stream right now. That's 619 people that are going through something in their life right now that sucks. 619 of you. Every single one of you is going through something. Now, you may share that with friends and family. You may not. But we're all going through something. So when I encounter somebody that may be having a bad day, and, you know, maybe being a little bit of a jerk, I'm going to still be decent to them, because you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what's going on. You know, and every single one of us, and it could be they lost a job, they lost somebody in their life that they care about. Angry Prepper just lost his father. I talked about that in an earlier video today. So again, I want to give real quick condolences to Angry Prepper. You know, his father was suffering, and so he's in a better place, and his suffering is over. So I'm thankful for that part of it for him. Okay. But so right now, that's something that he's going through, and he has to deal with that. So, you know, you don't know what people are going through. And so I think that it's important that we all try to treat each other with that respect and dignity. 101st Airborne poised to fight Russia. Don't even say that behind the enemy lines. Don't even say that, because we do not want that type of situation to happen. We do not want that to happen. They are over there. If something went down, they'll do what they have to do. There's no doubt about that. But I think that getting involved in that kind of a conflict would be, it's, that's not what we want to get into. That would just exacerbate all the other problems that we have, and that would not help. That would not help. So, you know, you just, there is enough crazy stuff going on that the last thing we need is to get into another war. So I'm hoping it doesn't happen. And, I don't have a whole lot of faith in this government or mankind in general. So, you get the right crazy person pushing the right button, and it's on. And that's not good, because it's like nobody wins in that situation. So I just think that, you know, uh, once again, and I'll say this, and I say this over and over and over again, and I will continue to say this: continue to prep, continue to get ready. We never know what's going to happen. Control what you can control. Take care of your business, look out for your families, and when something goes down, deal with it accordingly at that time. And that's all we can do. That's all we can do. And as long as we do that, we're going to be, we're going to be better off. But, you know, no, but for those of you guys out there to pray, I would ask you to keep Angry Prepper in your prayers. I will keep him in my thoughts, because, it is never easy to lose a parent. And my father's been gone for quite a while now. And, my mom is still here, and I'm very, very blessed to still have her here. She's still, as you guys saw the other day, she's still out there driving, doing her thing. So, but there's a lot going on, so treat people with respect and dignity. I think that's important. But, getting back to what I was talking about, it's weird. I have crazy dreams sometimes. And what I wanted to talk about tonight, with this all accumulating and this all coming together right at a certain time, um, it I dreamt about that last night, and I got up and I'm like, I'm going to talk about this on a live stream. I think that it is a very scary situation if it does come together, because if there ends up being, like I said, again, I want you to think about this and think about it realistically. If there ends up being a shortage of diesel fuel, it's going to affect how much goods are shipped by truck, right? If the railroad strikers do strike on the 19th of November, that's 40% of all goods are transported by the railroads. That's food, coal, any kind of supplies you're getting at any store. A lot of that comes through the railroad system. So that's a bad recipe for disaster. A bad recipe for disaster. You throw in there, so, and it's weird too. So they've been hyping up this thing with the flu and everything else for a while now, right? We're coming into flu season. We're coming in, this new variant, right? Isn't it amazing how nothing up to this point has been locked into place, and more of our rights and restrictions have been taken away? Why not? Because we have an election year. As soon as that election is over, do not be surprised. I'm not saying that this is going to be the case. This is not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, do not be surprised if all of a sudden, after the whole election cycle is done, this right, that right's going to be taken away again. Would not shock me at all. Would not shock me. So, you know, think about that and prepare accordingly. You know, think about that. Be ready, folks, because, like I said, again, if you buy extra food and you have extra water and you have other supplies, what's that hurt? And if nothing happens, well, guess what? You got it at a cheaper price than you would a month from now or 2 months from now. Because if you've been paying any kind of attention to the food prices, I'll give you an example. I went today to the grocery store. All right. So Stopped into the grocery store, picked up a few things. I picked up some cold cuts, 2 loaves of bread, a gallon of milk, I'm sorry, half a gallon of milk, a quart of eggnog. Love eggnog, by the way. Um, just a few things, and it was $74. One bag. It all went in one bag. $74. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It's insanity. $74 for one bag of groceries. Um, Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And like so the milk didn't go in the bag, but it was a half gallon of milk, like the quart of eggnog, and then I had a bag of donuts. Those were the only things that didn't go. Um, oh yeah, Heather's gonna come in. Michigan Lifestyle. Heather will stop in here. She said she would come in to say hi to everybody. But yeah, so I mean, trying to, and then gas prices. Guess what? In New York, they're on the way back up again. 3.79 a gallon. 3.79 a gallon here in New York. In West Virginia, I was paying 3.57 down there. So what is it for you guys here? What is it for you guys where you're at in the country? Is it going up? Is it going down? Has it stabilized? What is it? What is it where you guys are? I got a basket full and spent 80. I bet you didn't get any meat, fortune cookie. 3.99. 3.12 in Georgia, 3.95 in Pennsylvania, 4.20 in Michigan, 3.99 in Pennsylvania, 3.59 in Connecticut. Michigan Lifestyle said it's going up. So guys said, let me know if it's going up, going down, or staying the same for you guys. 4.98 in Florida, 4.69 in northern Wisconsin, 3.99 in Michigan, 3.77 in North Carolina and going up. $4 in Maine, 3.77 in Kentucky. So stealth mode says it's going up there. Cleveland 3.59, 3.85 in Pennsylvania there. Let's see. 3.89 for 100% gas in Oklahoma. 3.39 for E10 and going up. Okay. So, oh, we got a visitor coming in here. I'm not holding her because she's mean.
No, she's not. She's a baby.
She's not a baby. She's
you can see her perfect. Look at that.
Yeah, see her real good tonight.
Can't see me so good, but she's the star anyways.
So, hi, Heather.
Hi.
So, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
You're going to be 21 in a few days.
3 days.
And a legal adult.
Yep.
That's kind of scary.
It's happening though.
Yeah, it is. 21. Her and Eddie will be 21 on the 29th. What are you doing, Max? Oh, he's blocking the light.
Total eclipse of the sun.
That's right. Well, he's. Oh, I'll grab Mr. Maxie. Oh, little bitty petite flower, Mr. Max. He's so tiny. So, yep, they were almost Halloween babies. I'll tell you real quick a funny story. So they were born. They were still in the hospital with their mom, and so I had to go out and pass out Halloween candy. 2 days later, and so I had a couple come through, and they had triplets. And so I had said to them at the time, I said, "Oh my God, that is so cool! We just had twins. My wife is still in the hospital, and they looked at me. Both of them looked at me, and they go, get as much sleep as you can now." And they were right because we did not get a whole lot. That first 6 weeks, those babies were home. That was rough. That was rough.
I hadn't asked to be born.
No,
It's
you
their
didn't.
own choice.
That's
It's consequences of your own actions.
Exactly. Never regretted it though. Never regretted it.
Thank you everyone for the early birthday wishes. I appreciate that.
So, Mr. Max is pretty chill. He's a good boy. We are both Libras, and my birthday, 51st birthday, is on the 20th. Oh, cool. Very nice.
Well, I'm Scorpio. The 29th is Scorpio season.
Yeah. And born in the year of the snake.
Yes.
That's right. Which is funny because the Chinese calendar goes in a 12-year cycle. So I am also born in the year of the snake. So they were 36 when I was born. So
we were 36
I
when you
was-
were born?
I was 36.
Wow.
I'm gonna smack you. I love you, but I'm gonna beat you.
It's what he said.
I was 36 when the babies were born. Hey, Billy Thompson. How is the new homestead coming along? Really good, man. Really good. A lot getting done there, and we're working on stuff up here while I'm here, and then I'll be heading back down there to continue to do stuff down there. But it's coming along. Thank you very much for the donation. Very much appreciated, and thank you for the question.
Oh, and somebody said, "What's on my sweatshirt?" I know it looks crazy. I'm sorry. It's just a band. They were doing like the classic death metal thing, how you can't really read what it says, but it looks cool. But it does say "Dance, Gavin, Dance." I promise. It's one of my favorite bands.
Dance, Gavin, dance.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Orange, Mr. Maxie. Yeah, he's a good boy. I was born in the year of the dog. Yeah, so but it was funny because it's like they ended up, like I said, they were snakes according to Chinese astrology, just like me. And their mother is a rooster. So I see somebody else was saying that they were a rooster as well. So, but yeah, it's who knows, you know. I mean, it's but that was kind of funny that they ended up being the same cycle and ended up being snakes just like their pappy.
Yeah. And I even got a cool snake tattoo. I'll show everybody.
Yeah, you can show me your tattoo. So there's her snake.
Yeah.
This, so I tell her. So this was,
my
guys.
first tattoo.
This was her first tattoo. So before she was telling me, yeah, I'm gonna get a tattoo, Dad, and I'm like, okay, well, you know, for your first one, I would go small, nothing big, nothing. She goes and gets this freaking big tattoo on her leg, but it came out good and she likes it. So.
I love it. I get a lot of compliments on it. But I had to be defiant. You can't tell me don't do this.
I didn't say not get a tattoo.
Well, he was like, it's not ladylike to get tattoos.
I did not say, no, I did not say that. No, I did
Unless
not.
you get large tattoos. I said like on the arms and stuff.
I said just don't go getting like, you know, when women have like sleeve tattoos, I'm not really down for that. Whatever they want to do, everybody's in their own thing. They can do whatever they want. I definitely I don't like neck tattoos on somebody. I don't think that that's a good look. That's just my own personal opinion, and I have tattoos. Mm-hmm. So, you know.
Alrighty, well, I'm gonna head out now that I've caused chaos.
No, you're not chaos. You're good.
But well, again, thank you everybody for the happy birthdays. I appreciate that. And farewell.
Somebody was asking about the kittens. I will not be taking the kittens down on this trip. Hey, had message Beck real quick and see if she ended up getting any more eggs than what we had gotten already. Okay. Thank you. But no, the kittens probably my next trip down. I'll take them then, because I'll probably actually be back up here. Oh my goodness, I don't even know. I gotta figure a few things out. And here's my other girl, very jealous. No, like I said, if somebody wants to get tattoos, knock yourself out. It's your body. Do what you want to do. I'm not a big fan of neck tattoos. I don't like that, you know. So, but that's just kind of my thing. And like I said, I have 8 now. I think I have 8 tattoos. So I mean, who am I to judge anybody? I don't judge anybody. We all have our flavor. We all have our own taste of what we like and what we don't like, and that's kind of it. You know, so. $10 in Quebec for eggs? Wow. B. Cole says sleeve tats on chicks looks bad. Again, like I said, not particularly my favorite, but you know, like I said, to each their own, and anybody can do whatever they want to do. I don't have any tattoos. I chickened out. LOL. Well, like I said, I got my first one. Let's see, this one here. This was my first one. Fresh out of basic training. Says fight or die. It's pretty faded now. It's an old old tattoo now. It's almost 40 years old. Um, but that was my first one. There used to be a lot of color in it, but like I said, it's faded pretty pretty good through the years. Got the first one. Then when I got that one, then I would like look at this arm, and then I would look at this arm, and there was nothing over here. So then I went out and I got the second tattoo. And I remember my mom at the time saying, "Oh my God, when you get older, you're gonna regret that you got these tattoos." I never did. Never regretted it. I like my tattoos, and if somebody else doesn't like them, I don't really care. you know, I just got another one, as you guys know. When as soon as I hit 100,000 subscribers, I went and had STD tattooed on me. So again, you know, personal preference, personal taste. You can do whatever you want to do, but yeah, some people never get tattoos and they don't have to. So I have so many scars. I do not need tattoos. Oh, I got scars too, Chris. I have scars as well. So flames out of your head. Yeah, I've seen like the head tattoos. I would no, I would never. I would never do that. I never got the plaque yet, Billy. I should probably write somebody because I think maybe you know if I wrote them, then they would have to probably acknowledge it and send it out. So yeah, I'll probably have to do that. Well, what I want to do, I think I might have told you guys this, and I may do it and I may not. I don't know yet. So my my scar that I have on my back from my cancer surgery, it's a like a Zorro. It's like a Z and then another Z, right? It looks like back to back Z's. And so what I wanted to do, which I thought would be really neat, is have like the seven dwarfs climbing it.
No
And
worries.
okay, all right, thank you. Um, have the seven dwarfs climbing it. Have like Sleepy, like with a pike holding on, hanging off the scar itself, and then like sleeping while he's hanging there. Just something like I think that would be really really cool. Love the shirt. Where did you get it? I actually got this one. I'll show you. I picked up this shirt at the state fair last year in West Virginia. So we went. Me and Heather were at the state fair, and I can we see the STD tat? It's on my back. It's up between my shoulder blades. Uh, I've plenty of videos with me with no shirt on showing it. so
Just tell them to look up the video if you're gonna have fun.
yeah, yeah. Actually, you can look up the video of where I had to get was because I did the tattoo live. So I showed it live. It's just so there's a video of me getting that tattoo. But I have far too many scars from doing mundane, stupid things. Well, like I said, scars prove you've lived. That's what scars do. They prove that you lived. I think that is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. So what do we got? 620 in the chat, guys. We're still way below where we should be as far as thumbs up goes. So again, if you have not shot a thumbs up, I'm going to ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. Once again, thank you for doing that. Also, again, it really makes a huge difference with the algorithms. So thank you for that reason as well. It pushes us higher up in the rankings. So thank you for doing that as well. Also, if you are not subscribed, again, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. I've seen people get tattoos to cover up birthmarks. I know somebody personally that had a birthmark that they did not like the birthmark. So they went and got a tattoo over the top of it, and you could never tell there was a birthmark there. So, that's, and I understand that. I mean, people get self conscious and stuff like that. So, scars are identifying marks also. I would like to cover one on my chest and neck with a tattoo if I can ever afford it. Heidi 12 said. Like I said, to me, all scars mean is that you've lived and you made it through, you know. I got a pretty good scar on my back. As you know, if you guys see the videos, you've probably seen them through the years, from my cancer surgery. And but you know, like I told my cancer doctor at the time, um, if I had a scar that ran straight down through my face from cancer, and as long as I lived, I wouldn't care. I want to be alive. And if I had not got my surgery, I probably wouldn't be here now. And so, you know, it's to me, it's a badge of honor, you know. And so I had it on my back. I had cancer on my back. Deep tissue cancer was a form of skin cancer, but the type of cancer that I had affects 1 in a million people. So it was really a rare form of cancer. Now I was very fortunate. I'm going to tell you right away, 98% cure rate from the kind of cancer that I had. In only 5% of people does it metastasize, meaning that it spreads to someplace else in the body. So when they went in and took out everything that they took out of there, they were pretty sure that they got it all. I did have to go back, you know, for a while and have them check that, do have some screens to make sure that I was good. And so now I'm 7 years later, and I'm still here, and I'm healthy, and I'm doing okay. I don't have the strength that I used to have. I can't go like I used to go. You know, that's the trade off. I don't know if something, partly it could be due to my age, you know, that's definitely a factor, I'm sure. But it took me, when I had my surgery, it took me over a year before I actually felt somewhat normal again. So it was very invasive, big scar. And, but like I said, you know, I'm alive. So, and that's what I care about. You know, anybody out there that's fighting cancer, you know, I almost got, I almost got a T-shirt that said, you know, F cancer. I was gonna do that, but you know, it's just there's a lot of people fighting it, and a lot of people are having to deal with it, and you know, unfortunately, I did not have to do radiation or chemo, so I was very fortunate that way, and I feel very blessed that I didn't have to go through that part of it. So, but you know, yeah, it was not a funny. And I'm going to tell you what, in my family history, especially on my mother's side, we die of two things. On my mother's side, we die of cancer and we die of old age. So when I found out that I had cancer, that was a very scary thing because of the family history. You know, so all right, we are past due time for egg count. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. So, what is your guess for eggs today, and yes or no for thick neck? So I'll give you guys a moment to get your guess, and then we will go from there. So, I don't know what's going on with my voice today. I got up this morning, and I literally have been going since 7:30, I think, this morning, and it's just been a very long day. And I got back here, and that's why I screwed up. I put up the wrong video, and so we didn't get back here to almost 6. And then I looked. Oh, and then so here's what I did too. So Heather was at work. I had to go out and do some more running around, and I had plugged in my phone on the charger. And when I left, I never took my phone. So I was out for several hours, and that's why I never saw anybody saying, "Hey, you put up the same video twice, 2 days in a row." So when I got home and I saw that, that's when I changed it up and put up the new the new video. So sorry about that. But thanks to everybody for watching the same video 2 days in a row. I left it up too, so I'm like, well, it happens. So all right, if you had the same exact guess as DJ, he was the first one with the right answer. 2 eggs today and no thick neck. Again, right now, thick neck is definitely molting. I had somebody say, I got to tell you this right now. And I saw this in the comments, and I'm like, this doesn't wash. And I'm not calling the person a liar. I'm not calling the person a liar, but it don't wash. Okay. So um, I had somebody say to me, so anyway, congratulations, DJ. You've won absolutely nothing. So congratulations to that, except for bragging rights until the next time. So, um, but anyway, I had a person say to me, because I've talked about how the chickens are molting right now. So what happens every year, every fall. They will start to grow new feathers. All their energy goes into growing feathers so they don't lay while they're molting. Happens every year. It's not like some kind of 1 year phenomena. So I had somebody in a comment say, I've never had, my chickens have never molted one time. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. Like I said, again, not calling that person a liar, but chickens all molt. Every chicken that is out there molts every year. So, hey, mountain kayaker, will Heather go back to college if the mandates lifts on campus? Probably not. What happened with that situation, and I'm not trying to speak for Heather, but her and I have talked about this. She had come to me and had said that she did not want to follow that course of education that she was in. And with what she's doing now with bartending, she really is enjoying it. She's making really good money bartending, and so she's really happy with that. And again, if you find something that you like to do and you're good at it, and she's good at it, she's a very personable person. Um, why not? And if you can make a decent living on it, why not? So, if she ever wanted to go back to school, obviously that's going to be her choice down the road. She can do whatever she wants to do. I mean, like I said, she's going to be 21. So, am I going to say never? No. It wouldn't shock me. Like, I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't go back to school till I was 29. So, when she started college, she was 17 years old, you know. So, my daughter did the same with bartending. She absolutely loves it and is making great money. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. So, why go pay for some education? So, and think about this. You pay for some education, you get out into the field and you start working, let's say, in that job. You actually get hired in the job that you went to school for. And you find out that you hate it and you can't stand it. Do you stay in that job because, well, it's a job? Or do you say, hey, you know what? This wasn't for me. I made a mistake and switch it up. A lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. Or they go back to school later in life. When I went to nursing school, I had a lady in my class, and I was 29 when I went to nursing school. Okay. Um, yeah, in New York, bartenders can get into Congress. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Um, but I had a lady in my class that was 55 years old. And I remember talking to her and saying, why are you going back to school now? You're basically going to be retiring in 10 years if you'd retired at 65, right? And she said, I just wanted to do something different. And I decided I wanted to try nursing. And that's why I'm doing it. More respect to her. You know what I mean? So everybody's different. Everybody's got a different story. Everybody is ready to do things at their own pace. And my thing is this: if she's happy doing what she's doing, I've always flown by my own kite. Always have. I've never gone with the crowd. I've always danced outside the crowd my entire life because that's just how I roll. She's got a lot of that in her too. And so I'm like, hey, good for her. Do what you got to do. Who am I to judge and say, nope, you got to do this? So, but, so anyway, that is that. So she's probably not going to go back anytime soon. Like I said, she's enjoying what she's doing. You know, Pam Sloan said, I left bartending in New York. The liability is crazy. Well, you know what? I mean, if anybody looks young, she's proofing them. She cuts people off if they seem to be intoxicated. So, that's all you can do. That's all you can do. You cover your butt. Like any other job out there, any job you are in, you can get jammed up for whatever. So you just cover your butt, you do all the right things, and you're going to be good to go. So, But anyway, like I said, there's a lot of scary stuff, obviously, that could come together next month. Not saying that it's going to. The railroad could come through and say, "Hey, we're going to give these guys sick time, and we're good, and everybody, is going to be happy, if you will, and great." They may not, and if they don't, that could be another straw on the camel's back. And I think that we're dealing with a lot of straws on that camel's back right now, and there's a whole thing of things that can come together. I mean, I want you to think about this. And I'm like I said again, I'm not saying this is going to happen. But if all of a sudden the numbers start jumping up like they're talking about, right? What are they going to do this time? Are they going to lock everybody down again? I don't know. Will people allow that to happen? They did the first time, and a lot of people just did what they were told, right? We saw that. We know. I mean, we've talked about that. And I'm not saying that they were right or wrong. You can do whatever you want, but that's a scary scenario on top of everything else. Am I still doing nursing? I still have my nursing license, and I've been thinking about possibly going back to work part time just because, just to make things a little bit easier. So that is still kind of tentative. We'll see what happens with that. So I'll let you guys know. I'll let you know. If I do go back to work part time, it may affect, videos. If I have to work a shift, then I'm, not going to be able to do a live stream, whatever night that would be, or maybe not get a video in, or whatever the case may be. But, we'll cross all those bridges when we get there. So, but, we'll see. Uh, we can handle that. Ed. Do what you need to do. Oh yeah, and like I said, we'll see what happens. I'm not 100% sure yet. And like I said, if I do go back to work, I guarantee you I will not tell anybody where it is. Not on YouTube. So that like I said, I wouldn't want to do more than 2 days a week. So, but yeah, scars are like tattoos, only with better stories. And every tattoo's got a story too. Every tattoo that anybody gets has meaning of why they got. I've seen tattoos that I go, why? You know what I mean? Just why? But every tattoo has a story. Every tattoo has a story. But yeah, like I said, we'll see what happens. As far as that goes. Just to be 100% clear, one of the things, being an Army vet, have you used the VA hospital in Beckley? For what reason? I don't go to the doctor. I don't go to the doctor. So, but one thing I can guarantee you this: if I do go back to work, I will not, under any circumstances, ever do that. Okay, so that's just very, very clear, uh, and they will know that. If I start working for somebody, so that's just how that goes. So, yeah. Uh, I know a girl who got a tat on top of a scar. I thought it was a bad idea. Like I said, people get self conscious depending on where it is. I mean, because, like I said, my scar is on my back. Do I feel it? Yeah. Do I see it every day? No. Do I see my tattoos that are on my back? No. You know what I mean? So, um, other people do. So, and that's okay too. That's okay too. So, not necessarily, Kathy. Not necessarily. If you look what's going on right now, a lot of people, according, like, even like with New York State, with the New York State Supreme Court, people that were fired because they didn't do this, they're getting their jobs back and back pay. So that's a good thing, because you shouldn't be forced to do anything, in my opinion. Strictly my opinion. If you want to, knock yourself out. But But anyway, so that's kind of that situation. So what do you got? 470 on the thumbs up. We're at 545 still in the chat. So again, let's get that. Let's see. What are we at here? We got 20 minutes to go. Let's go for 550. So that's 80 more thumbs up. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, let's see how close up to 550 we can get. And thank you ahead of time. I do appreciate that. And again, it really does make a big difference with the algorithms. So the more interaction, um, it really makes a big difference. It really helps, pushes us higher up in the rankings. So I appreciate it for that reason as well. Also, again, if you're not subscribed, again, please subscribe. Hit that bell icon to get all notifications. So before we get into doing shout outs, which I'm going to try to remember, we'll figure that one out. But real quick, I wanted to mention my website, preparedness1.com. We have the Preparedness One community there, which is a resource that we set up for you guys to be able to connect with like-minded people. It is free to join, does not cost anything. Excuse me. But you do have to register, but no credit card information or anything like that is asked. It's a good way to meet people, like-minded people. Also on my website, we have the Forefathers, which is a CBD and hemp store. So again, if you see the Forefathers logo, you click on that, it will take you to their website. Once you're on their website, if you decide to make a CBD or hemp purchase, you can get 15% discount by using the discount code PrepperNurse1. Last but not least, on my website again, go to my website, you click on store, it will drop down. You'll see Legacy Foods. You click on that, it will take you to the store within the website. 25-year shelf life, GMO free, gluten options available. It's the Legacy freeze dried foods, the largest portion size of any of the other freeze dried food companies. So definitely take advantage of that as well. And so that is there available for you. All right. So that is that. Okay, so let's do some shout outs and let's see what I can remember. So we know we got Icky Can is first. Icky Can is always first. He's up in Canada. I would ask you to give him some support. So definitely go and check him out. After Icky Can is Angry Prepper. So we always do Angry Prepper. Jason down in New York City. Again, condolences to Jason. Just lost his father. So not an easy thing to deal with, I am sure. So please keep him in your thoughts and your prayers, and that's very much appreciated for doing that. After that, let's see. We got so now it's on my brain. It's like, okay, what's next? So we have North Shore Preparedness up in Canada as well. So definitely check him out. You want to make sure that you check out Sean James with the Sean James channel and My Self Reliance. Really good channel up there. Two different channels, same guy. So definitely check him out as well. You have Steve Wallace with Camping with Steve. Definitely check him out as well. He recently lost his wife as well. A lot of people losing people. It's not fun at all. You have, I'm sorry, there is Doug and Stacy, another really good channel. You have Joe with St. Bernard Acres, who was here today. If you watch the video from earlier today, you will see that Joe was here. You have Survival Lily. There is the Green Dream Project. They are out in Arizona. Nice young couple out there. You have Kyle's Cabin with Kyle and Sierra up in Minnesota. There is Girl in the Woods in Bush Radical, husband and wife team, two different channels. They split their time between Michigan and Alaska, so definitely check them out as well. You have Bjorn Hansen. There is Corporal's Corner, Southern Prepper 1, Green Greg's. There is, let's try to think everybody here. Ryan Hall, y'all, with the weather. So definitely check him out as well. You have Magic Prepper in North Dakota. You have Pinball Preparedness out in Tennessee. There is the Fit Farmer. There is East Tennessee Preparedness, Russell Brand. You have Alaska Prepper with Rudy. Actually, Rudy's like the third guy on my list, I think, and I totally skipped Rudy. You have Alaska Granny. There is Wrangle Star. You have hold on a second. Adam and Dax out on the West Coast. Definitely check him out as well. God, I'm going blank on what his name is for his channel. Marfugal News. Oh my God, I can't believe it. So anyway, yes, check them out as well. Deep South Homestead is another channel. There is, let's see. God, I'm trying to think. Who am I missing here? Oh, Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, another really, really good channel. So definitely check him out as well. And Patera with Appalachian Homestead, Boss of the Swamp, another one. Yep. There is Townsend's. There is the Prepared Mind out in California. I said Bush Radical. Yes. No, I did not say Bush Radical. Yes, I did. Yes, I did say Bush Radical. I'm thinking of God. Well, there's the Nomadic Movement is another good channel. God, I wish I had my list here. I hate when I do that, guys. I really do. I already said East Tennessee Preparedness. There is Bear Independent, The Uneducated Economist, Bush Doctor Survival. Yep, there's him. Uh, Let me see. God, my brain is gone. I said Bjorn Hansen already. I did say Southern Prepper 1. Yeah, a lot of these guys, I've already said those. The Appalachian Homestead with Patera. I don't think I said her. But anyway, like that. Yeah. All right. Let's see. What else? Oh, Murray Greeley News. Yes, of course, Murray Greeley News. Ryan Hall, y'all, with the weather. I don't know if I said him or not. I did believe I said Russell Brand. Definitely check him out as well. So, anyway, that's all I can think of off the top of my head. And I apologize if I missed anybody. I know I do a lot more than that, and I just can't remember right at the moment. I'm also very tired. It's been a very, very long day. So, but a lot of good channels out there. I do believe that we should be supporting each other. I think it's really important that we do that. And, we're a small niche community. And so we should be supporting each other instead of fighting. So, but anyway, so that is it for the shout outs. And there we are. So, anyway, uh, but yeah, there's a lot of really good channels out there, and like I said, we should. We're not a huge community. There's not a whole lot of people that want to either live off grid or prep. So, like I said, there's a lot of different viewpoints, and I think we should definitely look at other people. Oh, gray man prepping. I didn't say gray man prepping. See, now that one just came to me. Uh, but anyway, that is that. But again, City Prepper. I did not mention City Prepper. See, now they're all coming to me, right? I did say Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch project. I did that one already. So, Prep Rebel is another one too that I did not mention. I forgot to mention Prep Rebel. So there's another one. So anyway, I'm not trying to be. I want to just kind of explain this in this video. I'm not trying to be a gloom and doomer. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about if everything comes together like it's looking at it might come together, it could be a real bad recipe for a disaster. Bizarrizza Jizza, yes, I did not mention him. Carrington Chronicles, 80K Man. I did not mention him either up in the Adirondacks. So there's another one. So, yeah, not like I said, now, some of these are coming to me. Well, you guys are helping too. But no, it was a good day here today. Very productive. We got a lot of stuff done, which was good. Like I said, more to do on the greenhouse here yet. I'll be painting tomorrow. I'll be working on that and getting that going, and we'll see what I can get done. Hopefully, if I get a good amount of them done, I can put more up on Friday. So that kind of depends on what I get accomplished. So we will see. We will definitely see. All right. So that's it. No more shout outs. That's all I got. Uh, like I said, bear with me. It's been a very, very long day. But like I said, just again, control what you can control. Take care of what you can take care of. We do not prep out of fear. That is not the motivating factor for prepping. The prepping is about insurance. It's about hedging your bets, being prepared for whatever may happen. And I think that that's important. I think it's really, really important. Yes, Okie Forge says Ed, Heather's Etsy. Heather has her Etsy account as well. JJ, would you throw the link up for Heather's Etsy account? And thank you for that. She does jewelry. She also makes cat hats. She does knitting projects. So if you have any questions or things that you want to ask her, you can contact her there. And like I said, JJ is going to throw that link up for you guys one more time. So thank you, Okie Forge, for reminding me because I did forget to mention Heather's Etsy account. But again, take care of what you can take care of, and you're going to be just fine. And that's all you can do. That's all you can control. Uh, be as ready as you can be. And when something happens, it just puts you in a better position to be able to deal with it. And that's, I think, what any of us are looking for. We're looking for that edge. And to me, I think that is probably the smartest thing that you could possibly do is put yourself in a situation where you're ready to deal with whatever you need to. So, let's see. And there's JJ just put the link up for Heather's Etsy account. All right, let's do this. What do we at? Oh, yeah, we got 550 already. I was gonna say, let's see where we're at. All right, we're already past 550. So again, do I expect a false flag anytime soon? Uh, how-to videos. I'll put it like this: nothing would surprise me. Nothing would surprise me. I'm not necessarily saying that there would be a false flag because if something happens and then I come on here and say, "Oh, well, this is a false flag," they can ding you and do all kinds of stuff. So, um, nothing would be beyond the realm of expectations. That's all I can say about that. But yeah, I would not be surprised if something did happen, and it was blamed on this, that, or the other thing. Who knows? Anything is possible. So let's do this. We are Legion because we are many. We are all over the world. We're all over the country. We are a huge network of people. Where is everybody from tonight? So we have Franklin County, Ohio, Fort Worth, Texas, Nowhere, Oklahoma, Connecticut, Waterloo, New York, Greenville, South Carolina, BC, Canada, Athens, Texas, Georgia's in the house, Lakeland, Florida, Edgewater, Florida. We have Gatlin, Pennsylvania, Erin, Tennessee, Prairie, Dershell, Illinois, BC, Canada, Tasmania, and Australia. Very nice. Welcome. Buffalo, New York, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Altoona, Pennsylvania, St. Louis, Missouri, Tucson, Arizona, East Central Illinois, let's see, Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Littleton, New Hampshire, Utica, New York, Verone, BC, Canada, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, Central Iowa, uh, Owensboro, Kentucky, Rochester, New York, Western New York, the Wet and Wild Pennsylvania Wilds, Lakeport, Texas, Long Island, New York, Somerset, Pennsylvania, Hamilton, Ohio, West Virginia, Inverness, Florida. Clyde is in the house. Clyde, you're getting that up late tonight. Where you been, buddy? We have Charlotte County, Florida, South Mississippi, Campbell, Missouri, St. Augustine, Florida, South Jersey of the USA, Central Kentucky, Topinish, Washington on the reservation. Well, glad you're here. And I hope I said that right. I'm sure I did not, and I apologize. Garner, Maine is in the house. We got North Carolina, Southeast Missouri, California. I'm the only California. No, there's usually more, Terry, than that. Southern Virginia, Leesburg, Florida again. So again, we're all over the country, we're all over the world. We are a huge, huge network of people. We are truly the ones that can make a difference. We can make a difference now. St. Louis, Missouri's in the house. We're the ones that can make a difference afterwards. We can try to wake people up now, and I know that seems futile to try to do so because so many people are asleep at the wheel, but we got to try. I think it's important that we try. Stuttgart, Arkansas, very nice. Glad to have you here. Um, and again, when a post event happens, we're the ones also can make a huge difference then as well. North Dakota's in the house, very nice. So, what are we at? 562. Let's see how much higher. How close? Let's see. We're almost out of time. Could we hit 600? Could we hit 600? Let's keep that going, guys. Let's see if we can get it. If you haven't shot that thumbs up yet, let's do that just for fun. Let's see. So, we already hit our goal, but let's see how close to 600 we can get. Hardsburg, Kentucky, very nice. So again, it really does make a huge difference with the algorithms as well. So I thank you for doing it for that reason. Again, if you're not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And thank you ahead of time for doing so. So right now, I want to thank my moderators once again. They do an absolutely wonderful job keeping the chat clean, keeping the porn bots out of here, and all that other stuff, and making sure that we all have an enjoyable time. So, ladies and gentlemen that moderate for me, thank you very much for doing so. Greatly, greatly appreciated. I want to thank all of you guys for being here because without you guys here, I wouldn't be here. So, I do appreciate everything that you do, the support for the channel. I want to thank all the members, everybody that's, beginning prepper, intermediate prepper, or hardcore prepper on the channel. Thank you guys for that extra level of support. Anything that I get from those things goes towards the channel. Just another heads up, real quick. I will be doing a makeup for Monday. I did not do a video Monday for my hardcore preppers. I will be doing that tomorrow. So, hardcore preppers tomorrow, 8 o'clock. So, I will see you guys then. If you would like to join us for that, go to my main page, hit the join button, become a hardcore prepper, and you can join us in that chat. It's really personal. We've got a small group of people, which is fun, and they get information that everybody else doesn't get. So that's just like the caveat that they get. So it's a good time. So all right. So we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. If we could ever figure that one out, we would be in much, much better shape. We got to stop letting them divide us. They use race, religion, political affiliation, the vaxxed, the unvaxxed. These are all games that are used to keep us divided, keep us fighting amongst each other. It's nonsense. Doesn't make any difference. We need to come together, work together. We could accomplish so much if we ever did that. We're at 593. We need 7 more to hit 700, guys. 7 more thumbs up. Also, remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Really important because no guarantees. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. The only person that is going to stop you from achieving your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you can accomplish anything. If you set realistic goals and then make them happen, then you make a new goal. It works perfectly. It's how I live my life, and everything that I get accomplished, we just bang it out, and then you get it off. It's checked off the list, and you move on to something else. It works great. So definitely follow that mantra. And we're at 607, so we banged through 600 easy. You guys were awesome today. I thought I was making it hard at 550, and you guys hammered into 550 with no problem. So that was pretty cool. All right, guys, I really appreciate, again, all the support. You guys are fantastic. And so I appreciate you all. Be safe, Keep prepping. Don't stop prepping. We don't know what's going to happen. When the other shoe drops, we're all going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened or that happened. If we just keep taking care of what we can take care of, it's going to put you in a better position. So keep focused. All right. I will see you all later. Have a great night. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.